I recently wrote a little story talking about my mom, and it's called We Know Things. We know things. We always have. It comes up from the ground in a scent, a movement, a sound. And there's patience in it. Like she knows that what rises from her layers of earth has got something for us.
I am so excited to be here with all of these panelists. In full disclosure, I have cried tears of joy all morning. So I may cry here. I brought my handkerchief.
So grateful for spaces like this that celebrate us, and I feel very uplifted and supported by all the people here. And that's not a feeling that we always have when we go into these spaces to talk about land and water and air and the things that so much make us and our histories and our stewardship.
Mom had this book on insect bites, so I knew I was born to be outside. So I've always been outside, with nature, and I was part of that last generation that would hang outside all day.
Because nature isn't just in like the national parks and those huge places that you have to like drive a mile out to get to. Nature is everywhere.
And I realized that my son functions better when he gets that fresh air and that connection with being outdoors. Outdoors just gives us that connection of peace and being able to refocus ourselves.
Part of the reason we built our garden is because we have children and we need to get them outside.
I wasn't really somebody that paid close attention to nature in that same way, or understood it in that same way. And it wasn't until farmers started to ask me, well, geez, Fatima, what's wrong with the irrigation here? Why do I have this pest problem? That I started to understand that I needed to become a farmer myself. I see food and nature as something that's often so weaponized against people of color, whether it's mining uranium in indigenous lands and making them weapons of mass destruction against my people in Yemen, or if we think of food apartheid zones and how no matter what city I'm in, Black and brown people are dealing with this completely institutionalized racism that takes away good food from us, even though we have purchasing power.
There's been some laws that have been passed, the Colorado Food to Table Act, which allowed ranchers like me to be able to get meat processed, whether it's custom or through a USDA processor to you as a consumer. Of course, that backed up the USDA processing, so there's always a long wait there. But I like to see custom processing being allowed to be resold. Everyone has their picks on USDA or custom processing. Custom processing, for y'all that don't know, is I can take it to a butcher and they process it to what you want. So you have a cut sheet.
You need to have the patience and, just have the excitement to want to learn. And I think that, that's starting to happen a lot through social media, through YouTube and TikTok and stuff. But if you have the heart, you want to get started. I think a lot of times you think as a rancher or a farmer as somebody who's old, right, with 10 cats. And it's like, that's not true.
Say you gotta find something in nature that you want, and it doesn't have to be someone else's ideal, I think they're gonna find something in there like, oh, I don't like to get dirty, that's not my thing, oh, I don't want to fish, that's not my thing. It's like, you don't have to. Sometimes going in nature is going into your neighborhood park and just walking there or just sitting there or even swinging on the playground. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can go on the swings.